Alright. We're back. I'm back. I got 2 new blue shells. And, yeah, are we live yet? Yeah, we should be live. So I had to do this thing again where I had to set up the I had to create a stream because again the edit button is not working on this account. Again, I don't know why, but I don't know if I'm live right now or not. Let me check it out. Again, I don't know why, but I don't know if I'm live right now or not. Yeah, I'm live. It's not saying I'm live, but I'm live. It's very weird. Richard, what's up? Alright, we're definitely alive here. It's not telling, the dashboard is not telling me like who's in the room. It's just saying like the stream is scheduled for the 29th. YouTube is broken, man. So again, I can't hit the edit button when I go live, so I have to make events now. Basically, that's the... We had this issue like 2 weeks ago, now it's happening again. Anyway, I'm going to go about my business here. Let's do it. I'm going to take my hat off. I got 2 blue shells, they're brand new. We're going to get this done. I got the membranes, the correct ones. Right here. I'll watch Neon Genesis. Even what? It's a good show. I'll check that out. I'll let me know later and I'll look it up. I just got up, so I'm not, really with it right now. Alright. So we're going to... We have our brand new screen, which I have to wipe off before I put it back together completely. We're going to just get rid of this shell completely. So let's do it. So we have to unplug all this stuff again. Okay, we're going to unplug this. So this is how I'm going to have to wire. I'm going to have to tape down this wire here. Because this is what got caught up last time. We can save this for later. Alright, I just gotta unscrew that stuff. We have to take the motherboard out here. That's going to be a pain. I think that can all stay. I don't know. Let's see. Again, we have to cut the case, the other case, the new case. We have to cut it so that it can fit with these capacitors. RWK, what's up? It's a world Evangelion. Oh. I had to watch it to get the name down. What's up, RWK? How you doing? Good morning. Good morning. All right. There's one more screw over here. Alright. This is ready to come out. So again, we have to break the post over here on the top. As you can see there, I put a little mark there. Let's see what I can do. We're going to need that. So we have to break this post here again because the screen won't fit. To do that, I usually have wire cutters, but I'll just use the pliers. That's the easiest way to do it. Oh, 2 seconds. Not bad. Garbage. Is there anything else I have to break over here, post-wise? Because we have to do some other stuff. I think we're good with this for right now. Over here we need to take out these battery terminals. These you could just break off. It's not a big deal. Just do that until they break off. These will eventually break off and then you're good. Look, that one just came off. Just gotta wiggle them up and down and it should come off. There you go, like so. Come on, buddy, break off. There you go. Got one more right here. There you go. Garbage. Now on this board, we need to break this post off here. And I believe we have to break off this post as well. So let's break these posts off. Again, we're going to grab it with the pliers. It's going to break it right off like that. Done. And Look, it put a little thing back there. I mean, it sucks, but what are you gonna do? I'm gonna break this post off over here. Again, just pull it right off. Boom, done. And I think that's all the posts we have to break. Now I have to remove the battery terminals. These usually just slide right out. Like that. Last time I broke them off, I didn't know they just slide out. You can actually leave that one. That's fine. And there you go. I could just take this one. Alright. Let's just take these out. This one we're just almost it. This one has to break. Oh, it broke it. That's fine. We're done with this. That's all we needed to do here. Okay. Not bad. Now we gotta start transferring stuff. I'll do this side first, just so we have it done. Very nice. Charge still holds up. Actually, no, I can't use it because this thing got stripped. Yeah, the original screws did not work well with this new case, that's for sure. Okay, so we're gonna unplug everything here. We're gonna unscrew this, screw these back into the new board here, the new case. I'm gonna keep this tape on the wires because we're just gonna follow the same pattern here. Because the wires got caught up in the cartridge slot, which caused this whole mess to begin with, so. We are gonna do that. I have to correct membranes, which I showed you guys at the beginning of the stream. We should not have an issue there. So. Put this tape over here so I know where it goes. There's one battery. Beautiful. Batteries are out. Time to get these boards. We could run the batteries in now, actually, just to get it over with. So that battery's in. Give me the cover for this. That's it. This battery, the pain in the ass battery. I'm gonna run over here. Or at this tab. But to break this tab off over here, because right underneath it's a big hole, and you can slide this battery terminal right through. So we're just gonna just do this until it breaks off, up and down. Now, normally you don't have to cut these posts, just the post on here for the screen. I'm cutting these other posts because the way I soldered the caps, I don't want to resolder the damn caps, so I'm not going to take all that stuff apart and redo it. So I'd rather just cut the tabs and be done. Come on, man, this thing's not. It's coming off little by little, but I'm just going to grab this and pull it off. Now you can stick this right through here. Put this through here. That's going to go like that. This door sticks up a little bit. Let's see if I can push this. Better. That still sticks up a little bit. I think it's just the piece itself. Alright, well that's in. Now we're going to route the wire here, so we don't have an issue like we did last time. I had scissors here. I don't know what the hell I want. Give me my box cutter. I'm going to cut this. That's going to be fine. We're going to that should be alright. Alright, let's get these right here. Unscrew them, screw them in. Dreadpool, what's going on, man? How you doing? He's here. He's getting ready for breakfast with Boom at 10 o'clock. I'll probably be done by then, so everyone go over there. Check out Dreadpool. He's going to be hosting or co-hosting. I don't think I'm going to be on that long. I'm just going to do this and get out of here. Trying to be on tonight for Family Feud Friday. Missed it last week. We were going to do it, but my medicine knocked me out last week so bad I couldn't do anything. Probably going to do it from the house. I have a Wii over there, a Wii U. I'll probably hook that up for my wife. The second Polymega came. I had to set that up. It's still sealed in the box. So I got to get that straightened out. Alright, there you go. That's in. And we need the audio board. drinking beer. This is the power board over here. I said audio board. That's the audio board. This is the power board that we're taking out here. Again, you charge it with USB-C. It's beautiful. Dreadpool has a new video up. It's Good Friday. No show today. Oh, okay. He's not doing a show. Okay. I know it's Good Friday, but I didn't think he was taking off of that. Okay. I gotcha. Yeah, I can't believe Easter is so early this year, huh? We're going to plug our batteries in. There's only one way you can plug in. There you go. Now, we're going to tie this sucker up over here so we don't have this thing all over the place. This won't get in the way of anything. So there we go. We're not going to have an issue here. As you see, power is on. It's rechargeable. These battery packs, up to 30 hours. We're on 6 batteries. You got like what, 45 minutes, an hour, if even. Got the audio amplifier over here, so it's louder. So that's it. We're done with the back. We got to do the front now. This is garbage. So let's put this one over here. Okay. Couple of things. This speaker, we got to get this out of here and put it in a new one. This old membrane is out of here. That's why the D-pad was screwed up. So we're going to just transfer this D-pad over here. Like that. Transfer the start button. Transfer button 1 and 2. Buttons 1 and 2. And that's it. Let's do the speaker, then we'll do the new membranes, and then we'll get the screen in here. This speaker was new. Here's the old front and the old back. So I have another blue one just in case I screwed this one up somehow. But I could always save it. I have my OG Game Gear from when I was a kid. That's gonna need to be redone, recapped and recased and everything. So I can save that for a future project when I find it. It's in the house, I just gotta look for it. I decided I'm gonna sell the rest of my collection. So You know, it is, guys. I'm getting old. I don't have kids to give this stuff to, so I'm just gonna keep my cartridge stuff from when I was a kid. But like a lot of the other stuff, PS1, PS2, OG Xbox, all that stuff, I'm just gonna get rid of. DVDs, Blu-rays, all that stuff. This is crap I don't need. Okay, now we're done with this. This is all done. Membrane time. Let's clean off. We're going to take these alcohol pads. We're going to clean off the membranes on here because we had the old ones on. Cleaning the contacts if there's not an issue. Sometimes these do get dirty. The old membranes are rubber, so sometimes they break off and they cause dirt. Well, the screen has some stuff on it, but I gotta figure that out. I don't have a cloth for it right now. I can use some tape, I think, for the screen. Very lightly. Get the little dust particles off. And that looks good enough to me. Before we do that though, I gotta put the membranes on. Okay. So the difference, the reason why we had that issue last time is you see the new one has a hole in it because this new one has a pivot built in. Whereas the old one, there was a ball here as the pivot and there's no hole here. I thought the new one would just go into there and just work, but no, that's not how it works. You'd think they would tell you that on their freaking website, but they don't. I would have ordered these the first time around if I knew I needed them. There you go. That membrane is in. Now we do the buttons. You literally just drop them all in. And that's it. They are done. Now we drop the screen in, the motherboard. Again, you gotta make sure you put it in this way so that that speaker lands right in there. It should all line up. And that's it. We are lined up. Get my screwdriver. that's it. Let's just screw the rest of the pieces in on the board. And we're done. Let's make sure our buttons and everything. That's the D-pad we remember. Beautiful. That's how it should be. Big screwdriver just in case. Make sure everything's tightened up. Alright. Let's get the rest of these screws in. So this project wasn't too bad. Had some issues, but we got it. These screws might be a pain to get back in, but that's because the shell is new, so they kind of break in a little bit here. Screw goes over here, and we are done. So all in all, this wasn't a bad mod. It was pretty easy, pretty good. Had some struggles, but now we know for next time what to look out for. There you go. Everything's in. The D-pad feels pretty good. Beautiful. Very nice. All right, let's do it. Well, we put the batteries in like an idiot, but I had to screw them in. Ugh. I can do that after. The audio, don't forget to plug the audio in over here. Alright, power and audio are in. This sucker should just set right in here. We can screw this back together. Let's just take a look. No, the game's not in. Eli, what's up? Sonic is so fast. Beautiful. There you go. Let's screw it back together, and that's it. We're done. I can actually leave the game in. Alright. Actually, we forgot to put this thing in. I don't even think this really matters, does it? It's with a battery terminal. Let's take this out. Let's just see how you did. Did they give me 2 of these? They gave me 2 of these. Whatever. Oh, these might be from the old one. I don't even know. Whatever. Unless they just gave me 2 of these by accident. Oh. Gave me 2 of these by mistake. This goes over here. I'm good. I don't need that there. Just put this sucker back together. Screw it together and be done with it. Alright, let's do it. Let's do it. Assuming these are the case screws, these longer ones. I hope I'm right. that's it. The screws aren't the best, but they get the job done. Okay. Again, they take a little bit of time to screw in completely, but when they're done, they're done. So just take your time here like I'm doing. Press down on your screwdriver. You turn it. That's not going anywhere. Do this side right here. Is that an airplane? That sounds like a freaking spaceship. There's something over here that's not working. Something's got caught. I don't know what's going on here. You know, it's screwed in all the way, but it's sticking out. These cases are shit, man. They're not that good. I mean, what the hell is this? You see that? And if I try to take the screw out, it like jacks the case up. Which, why does it do that? Yeah, I'm trying to take the screw out and it's jacking the case up. Like, what the hell? Did this thing strip it? I've never seen that before. What is this thing doing? Like, why is there always a problem with these things? Everything was great, except for this one thing. You see that? You see how big of a gap that is now? Because this one screw just is acting dumb. And I don't know why taking the screw out is jacking the case open. Like, what is that all about? It's like screwed in all the way, but the case is jacked up. Like, what the fuck, dude? For real, what is going on with these things? What, I have to glue this thing shut? I'm gonna have to take all the screws out now, which I'm sure it's gonna ruin everything now. Why are these cases so finicky? Man, just when you think everything's good, it's not. Let me see what's going on here. Maybe there's another post I have to cut. I don't know. Okay, these are the new screws we're gonna use. It fucking... Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Oh, so that screw wasn't the right screw, I guess? It went all the way down? Like what? What screw do you even put here then? So you're not the right screw then. I'm gonna use this big screw for whatever reason. Maybe. I don't want to break that post. There's definitely something blocking this here. Try putting the big guy in. It's probably gonna break everything, but issue over here. Give me this. There's just something on this side. These caps might be a little too big. Try to screw it in again, see what happens. I think the caps that came in this kit were way too big. Alright, that's in. That doesn't look lined up though. Hang on. Alright, now we're lined up. Kind of. That's weird. It's okay. I don't know. Alright. Well. Let's do this side so we don't have any other issues here. I think this case just sucks. Ready for WrestleMania? I'm ready, but it's next week. This side is even. This side is not that even. Whatever. So everything's good. Nice. Alright. Everything is in. There's no gaps. Everything's good. I think that's about it. We're going to put the glass screen on here. We are ready to rock and roll. I just got to put, there's 2 screws here I forgot about. I'll just do that now real quick. Not digging how these are not magnetic screws. Sweet. There you go. Screw the last screw in, and we're done. Put the screen on, and we're done. Beautiful. That's the way everything should be. Put our little cap over here. There you go. Let me get tape. Let's make sure we get all these little debris that are on the screen here. Dust. I think we're good. I'm gonna add this bad boy here. Right when you get rid of dust, it comes right back. This is glass. I always say claim it's glass. The issue is, how do I get it out of here? Box cutter. Yeah, this thing is like sealed shut. Alright, let's try to do this. That's very strange. There we go. More dust on the damn screen. Should be good now. All right, we're gonna peel this off right here. It's gonna be residue. What? That little piece of dust right here, right in the middle. That's it. We are not even. You want to get this even before you stick it down completely. The best way to do that, and there's another piece of dust here. Great. You want to line up the power. Here, leave this on. I'll help you out a little bit here. All right, we're good. good. This is white stuff on here. I don't know. That doesn't peel off of this. I gotta take this off again. Pry this off with my fingernail. Not good. This white piece is still stuck here. Okay. Now we're going to do this and be done with it. Turn this on. Go. Now we're going to leave this plastic on it. No, we're not. I'm going to take the plastic off. You can buy these screens. These screens are like $3 or $5, something like that. Cam May, what's up, man? Good morning. How are you doing, man? Let's just press down on it. This way it's sturdy. This project is officially done. Took 2 streams, aggravation, and we finally got it. Just pressing down so it sticks. Just getting the morning started. Yeah, I gotta go home in a little bit, cook breakfast, feed the pig. Probably stop at Target before I go home because I gotta pick up the Switch OLED that I bought in the hospital. I bought a case for it, so I gotta go pick that up. And I'll head home and eat breakfast. Alright, there you go. Look at that. Look at that beauty. Beautiful. That's exactly what I wanted. We got it. Beautiful. So yeah, this Game Gear, it's got USB-C with charger, USB charger with rechargeable battery packs. I think up to 36 hours, they said. Beautiful. That's what I wanted. Never did this mod before, and it's done. So, shout out to me. That's what we did. They have all different colors. They have red, smoke black. They have green. They have white. They have all that stuff. So, again, I have my childhood Game Gear at the house. I have another blue shell, so maybe I can do that one as well. I'll have to order the other parts for it, but this one's done. This one is done, and this is now a. I'm going to use this to test out. When we get this all started because a customer bought Lion King for Game Gear, and he said, "Oh, it doesn't work," and it did work. But when I broke out the Game Gear looked pretty crappy, you know. I was like, "Well, I got nothing to do. Why don't I try to get this thing going?" And here we are. We have this flash cart. Shout out to Cyrus Martin for recommending this. Flash Gear GG Pro. Got this on Amazon. It was $60. And from here we can just run games. I'm gonna run Lucky Dime Caper. So this will take games on your SD card and write them to the cartridge, which is why it's called Flash. So we're writing Lucky Dime Caper to the cartridge, and now it's playing. So you can play all the Game Gear games on one cart, but it's not like the EverDrive where you can just pick a game and play it. You got to write it to the cart, and then it will play. I used to play this game as a kid a lot. Wow, the screen looks crazy on this thing, huh? I'm gonna lower it. Well, there you go. Really cool. Really cool. Love it. Anyway, I think that's going to wrap it up. Shout out to Handheld Legends for making this case for the Game Gear. Nobody makes cases for Game Gear, but these guys did. So this is a Retro 6 case, but I think I got this on Handheld Legends. Or maybe I got it on Retro 6. I don't know. I got it from somebody. I've been running so much crap for the Game Gear, I don't know where the hell I got everything from, so. There you go. We're done here. Very, very nice. Any questions before I go? Comments? Concerns? Let's save this stuff just in case. The original screen of Game Gear was awful. Yeah, I know. Well, we're done. We fixed it. Everything's good. It's very nice. Very, very nice. I guess we could save these battery terminals in case we need them for something. I don't know. That's garbage. I'll save the original membranes, obviously. Remember, I still have the original Game Gear case, so. We don't really need these. All this stuff is garbage. This project cost me an arm and a leg. Almost $200 for all this shit. But it was worth it because we did it. Like, we got everything going. It is now a unique machine. It's now a machine that's going to last longer. It'll last. The other one lasted 30 years. This one will last probably longer than that. So. Always save these things because you never know when you're going to need them. The old case, I mean, this is all stripped out. I don't know. I guess I could use it for something, maybe. I don't know. I'll hang on to it, but I don't know. I think the major issue here is that down here got stripped. Yeah, this got stripped to the point where this broke. I'll hang on to it. I don't know what I would do with it, but I'll hang on to it. Maybe parts just to have it. I mean, the back is no good, but the front is still good. So we can keep the pieces. These doors. Maybe I'll get a blue Game Gear in with no doors. I'll have doors for it. I don't know. And then I have another one. I have a brand new one in the box over there. You can't see it. And I'll probably use that one for my actual Game Gear at the house whenever I find that. But I'll throw this in here for now. That's that. There you go. All this is garbage. Handheld Legends, they gave me stickers. What time is it? 10:07? Anything interesting? Anything you guys want to talk about before I go? I don't have to go anywhere, but I don't know what to do. We're done. We wrapped everything up with that Game Gear. I don't even know how many people are in here because it just says. So I'm having that issue again where I have to make events to go live because the edit button won't work. It says 7 viewers, I think. I don't know. Thanks for watching. I mean, I'm going to be here for a few more minutes, but I mean, anything you guys want to talk about before I go? Like, I'm down. I'm not doing anything. We're still closed because I'm still getting rest at home. My scabs are healing. Like I said, my scabs will probably be gone by next week. But I've been getting a lot of sleep. My head's been feeling a lot better. I feel less pinched. So I guess I'll put these RWK, what do you want to do with that Xbox? You want to send it to me and I'll fix it, or what do you want to do? If he's still here. So I got these nylon. Yeah, nylon fabric zip ties. So I could tie up all the network cables behind the consoles over here. Because it's a fucking mess. So one of these days I'm going to get back there and tie them all up with these. This way I know what's going where. And it's like a jungle. Cables. This is a braided micro USB cable because I have a ton of them and I don't know what the hell they are, so I bought another one. It's a 2-pack for the older consoles. That's why I have them on deck. And inside of that, which fell out, ironically enough, is one of these, which is what I just bought over here. Two of them. I guess you could tie these cables up. Pull this box out. This. Here's the other one. The new one. I bought two just in case. In case. You know what I mean. I guess someone's talking. Nobody wants to speak. My phone charged. So I bought my Easter dinner at ShopRite last night. Got turkey. Wow, Louis Gossett Jr. died. That sucks. He was in Toy Soldiers, that guy. Rest in peace. That's the only movie I never owned on home video. I gotta order that shit. It's not even on here. It's up in Blu-ray. It's on Blu-ray, but it's right here. It's $23. I'm gonna fucking order it. It was a good movie. I'm buying that shit right now. Because you know what's gonna happen. Now that he died, it's gonna go for like a ton of money. My wife will like that movie. Alright, that's ordered. I want to see that whammy. Show me that whammy. Okay, let me see what else I got here. Excuse me. Crappy batteries are here. I guess I'll throw this in this box. I really don't want to have boxes all over the place. So I bought these duffel bags on Amazon. They were like $8 a piece or whatever a couple of years ago. They were just getting rid of them. And I put all the controllers for like when we get together for the parties and stuff in this duffel bag. It looks like there's a ton of guns in it. There's not. It's just all controllers. But on the side pockets, I've been putting these cables. So that's where I'm going to put these cables. Yeah, I'm going to break out the duffel bag and people are like, whoa, what do you got in there? Controllers for every console. That's what's in there. I really don't feel like cooking when I go home. Well, I'm just gonna cook egg whites. Not that big of a deal. So, I've modded pretty much everything, huh? I have a Game Boy that's skimped down. I did buy the mod for the Game Boy a couple of years ago, but it didn't work because the board they sent me was no good. And then the guy was fucking arguing with me about it. It's like, go fuck yourself. Your board was a piece of shit. The minute I plugged the board in, it started getting very hot. Usually that means there's a bum capacitor on the board. Because I ordered the one for the Game Boy Advance, which I did. I put the new screen in there, no problem. That was the hardest mod, and I got that no problem. The original Game Boy, you just drop in the board and just plug everything in with the screen. But again, the board was super hot and it wasn't working. And I said, hey, I think I have a defective board. And the guy was like, oh, you just got to plug it in the other way. I was like, I plugged it in every way. It doesn't work. And the chip keeps getting hot. So I sent it back to the guy for a refund. And the guy was like, this board works fine. There was no issue with it. And I'm just like... He was like, oh, next time you should have somebody do it for you. And I'm just like, I just did your Game Boy Advance mod, which was a lot more harder than the regular Game Boy mod. I was like, you don't even know what you're talking about, bro. I fucking modded Xboxes with 30 wire mod chips, okay? Go fuck yourself. Your product was a piece of shit. Just admit that you made a mistake and move on. That's the problem, man. Nobody ever wants to admit that they made a mistake. And, everyone acts like they're going to get sued for $1 million if they admit they made a mistake. Genius in math. I don't know who you are, but hi, how are you? That's the issue we face today in the world. You make a mistake, you're like, sorry about that, we'd like to send you another board. If you want a refund, we'll refund you, no problem. That board was defective, okay? I know electronics. The board is not supposed to get super hot when you plug it in like that. That's a capacitor issue. And it was literally a drop. Plug and play drop-in type board. That wasn't a soldering board. That wasn't anything crazy. The Game Boy Advance board was, no pun intended, more advanced than that. And that worked fine. I got everything working, no problem. No issues. That was the most advanced screen mod that I did before this one. And the guy's telling me the friggin' plug and play board, oh, you don't know how to install it. Go fuck yourself. So I will get another one of those boards and we'll do a IPS LCD Game Boy, original Game Boy mod. Because I still have the blue shell I ordered. I don't know if it's still good because it's been in my toolbox. I don't know if it's all scratched up or whatever, but we could do that next. Because again, I have an original Game Boy. I used a test. You guys have seen it on stream. There is a line going through the screen, so maybe I'll just mod that one out, like I did for the Game Gear. It's pretty good. Pretty good. Sort of these in the closet. This gets locked up too, my toolbox. Oh, God. That hurts. When you get older, everything starts hurting. I know you hear that from a lot of old people, but like old people, but it happens sooner than you think. Zip ties and leave out. show you the Game Gear before I go. One last time. We did it. It's modded. It's all ready to go. There it is. There's the beauty. What I want to do, I'll take this, eject the SD card, it'll just load the game. Because again, you're writing files from the SD card to the actual cartridge. There you go, Lucky Timekeeper. Very nice. You can see everything. There you go. There it is. Beautiful. Alright, this video is done for today. I don't know if I'll be back. Maybe I'll stream later. I don't know. I don't really have anything going on. Again, I've been staying at home. I've been getting rest. I haven't been coming to work because I put a sign on the door. I don't know how long it takes to recover from this stuff, but I'm getting better. Starting to feel like my old self a little bit. That's why I streamed yesterday. But I am very tired still, so I'm going to try to get more sleep this weekend. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. For Easter, I'm just staying home, not going anywhere. I don't, you know, since lockdown, like we've been doing holidays at the house. We haven't been going to anybody's house. And it's fun that way because it's just, I get to stay home and relax. I don't have to do anything. I don't have to go anywhere. I don't have to see anybody. I don't have to deal with it. My wife and I sit down. We have a 75-inch Sony. We have the home theater. We watch whatever the fuck we want. We watch YouTube. We have the home theater seats. It's very nice. We have home theater recliners. Very nice. So. I'm looking to retire in a couple of years anyway, so when I'm retired, I'm done. I don't want to hear about it. Probably 2026 is going to be 10-year anniversary for this place. Probably 2027 I'll fucking call it quits. I'll ride out the 10th year. So we'll see what happens. Maybe I'll keep it going, maybe not. I don't know. I'm going to keep it going for as long as I want to keep it going. I'll just say it that way. I don't have to retire. But I'm getting old. I'm getting fucking tired of shit. I'm losing patience with people in general. I'm just done. Just want to stay home and play games all day. So it's going to get to that point. Till then, we're going to keep it going and have fun. Now, if somebody wants to walk in this place and drop a few bucks to buy it, I'll gladly sell it tomorrow. I don't care. Somebody comes in here right now and offers me $100,000, I'm done. Like, here are the keys. Just move everything over from my name to your name as far as taxes and everything, and I'm done. We are done here, sir. Thank you for the money, and I'm out. Enjoy your video game store. Got a very quiet chat today, huh? Everyone was talking a little while ago and everybody took off. I guess, right? Is everybody in the chat? Anything you guys want to talk about before I go? I'm not in a rush to go anywhere, but if you're not talking, what else are you going to do today? Go home and cook breakfast. That's what I'm going to do. I gotta stop at Target and get my case for my Switch. Ordered a purple case. It was on sale, so I picked it up. I'll probably go to Target after this, go grab it, curbside pickup. I don't know if my graphics card is ready. They said tomorrow, but maybe they have it. Sometimes they have this stuff early. It's over by Frank's house. Poughkeepsie. Good old Poughkeepsie. RWK, if you want me to fix your Series X, or your 1X, let me know. You can send it here, I'll take a look at it. Let me see if my card is ready. Oh, Peter, what's up, man? HTK 360, that's my guy. How you doing, man? Alright, let me see what's up here. Order status. Yeah, let me know, man, because if you need me to test it, I'll test it. So my card, 4070 Super, preparing for pickup tomorrow. Very nice. Doing well. Awesome, man. Yeah, Mike contacted me, so Anthony wants to do the show on April 16th, and I'm like, what the fuck? Why you want? You see what I have to deal with? When I got to deal with Anthony, he's got like a schedule, and it's like I got to follow it. I'd like to be on the show sooner than that, but that's the only time he could be on, so I'll let Mike know. I have a 4070 Super, and it's super. That's awesome. I have a 4070 in my Star build. which is what I streamed Horizon with yesterday. The 4070, in my opinion, is the bang for the buck. People say, oh, the 4090 or whatever. That's fine. If you got the money, go ahead. But right in that bang for your buck spot, you're at the 4070, man. 4070, 4070 Super. It's a $50 difference between the two of them. I would say just go get the Super. The Super wasn't out when I bought the 4070. It was funny, though, because Frank, I ordered the 4070 from Best Buy, and I didn't tell Frank. I was like, hey, if I order something from Best Buy, they close in 15 minutes. Since you live near there, can you just go pick it up for me, and I'll meet you in the parking lot? Right? So Frank goes, okay. He didn't know what I ordered, so he picks it up. I see him in the parking lot, and the look on his face, like his eyes are wide open as he's handing me the stupid card. It comes in a huge box, too. What's the difference between the cards? The Super or the TI? The Super has more cores in it, CUDA cores, which makes it run a little faster. It's pretty much the same specs, but it computes everything a little bit quicker. I think it's up to 20% faster than the 4070 itself. It's a $50 difference. So for $50, if you're blowing that money anyway... Oh, I always mess with Frank like that. I always like buy expensive shit and be like, yeah, can you pick it up? And then he picks it up and it's 4070 and he's like, what the hell is this guy buying? 4090 is almost 3 times. Yeah, I'm good. Here's the thing. If you got the money for the 4090, great. But here's what always happens. The 4090, the 90 series card is always the fastest card until a year later when the 5090 comes out. And then that card is like 60% faster than the 4090, so you can never win. That's why I say the bang for the buck is the 70 cards. Now RWK, the TI, once again, the TI cards are a little bit faster and they are overclocked for the most part. Which brand 4070 did you get? I got the reference card, baby, because I'm done. After that 4060 Ti fiasco from PNY, I'm done. If I could get a reference card, I'm going to get the reference card. EVGA was my go-to, but they're no longer doing it, so. PNY never had an issue with until the 4060 Ti, which you guys saw on here when I unboxed it and plugged it in. Was broken out of the box. PNY usually don't have a problem with, but now from what I looked up online, the 4060 Ti is a fucking mess. Doesn't matter what brand you buy, it's just a mess. And they have reference 4060 Ti's, but they're 8 gigabytes for $400. Should be at least 12. Got the reference around 47. Yeah, that's what I got. I picked it up. Best Buy had them. Best Buy was selling out of them, and then they were getting them back in, so I got them. I got one. I got it the other day. I had birthday money from a couple of weeks ago, and I said, screw it. I'm buying it. Some guy kept bugging Anthony with the dumbest Ari questions. He kept asking what bread his dog thinks Barry Burton with it. Okay. I saw that he had blocked somebody, and then he walked away from the camera for a little bit. And because when he deletes somebody, I could still see the messages because it's a moderator. I wonder if that guy was somebody just fucking around, because they know how I tell Anthony, like, you know, oh, Anthony, you know how, like, I make fun of his chat sometimes? I wonder if that guy watched us. He watches Anthony on Game Complainer, and the guy just like was fucking around. But again, that's not, you don't do that to Anthony. It's just the chat room that's doing it. Built my rig a few months ago. Pleased with the nice. Yeah, man, I built a ton of rigs. On stream once, I built 2 computers on one stream. Drove me nuts, but I did it. I actually did it in like 2 computers in what, like 2 hours? Hour and a half? I was dead tired too. And I said, let me just build the other one right now, get it over with. This computer that I'm using now to stream, I built this in early 2020, February 2020. Because my wife went on a cruise, and I was like, well, if you're going on a cruise, I'm building a computer. And she's like, yeah, no problem. Have fun. Went to Micro Center, just bought all the parts. So there's a 2060 Super in here. Or is it is it KO, RKO, TKO, whatever the hell? Might be the KO. 2060 KO or 2060 Super KO. I don't know what the fuck's in here. This card is good, but it's time for an upgrade. So I bought the 4060 Ti earlier this month. If you go back and watch that stream from a couple of weeks ago, you saw the card was dead out of the box. So I put the 2060 back in here, and everything's fine. But we need to upgrade this. We need to upgrade this bitch. So I might take the 4060 that's in the other room, put it in this computer, and then put the 4070 Super in the computer that's in the other room there, because that's the computer I game on when I'm working. Because I really don't need a 4070 Super in this room. But this needs to be upgraded big time. I'll say though, man, the 2060 is still a good card. But when you're rocking, I think there's 4 gigs of RAM on this thing. That ain't gonna work today. It might be 6 gigs. That's not going to work today. David Art, what's up, man? Yeah, I got to talk to Anthony about that guy. Because I saw that in the room. Yeah, but Stevie Mac, like, in his room the other day, they were talking about, like, Jill, she drinks coffee, and does she drink coffee in the coffee shop, or does she go home and drink coffee? It's like, why the fuck do people care about this stuff? Who cares? She's a fake person. It's a fictional character. Bro, if you have to ask questions like that, like, for real, you have a fucking mental problem. You really do. And you know what? Anthony, I know for a fact he fucking thinks those questions are the dumbest questions ever, but he deals with it. And I don't know how he doesn't just blow his stack on the air and just curse everybody out. Anthony's a very patient man. I don't know how long he's going to last that way, but he's a very patient man. I used to be very patient when I was younger. Anthony's 28. He's going to be 30 soon. Once I hit 30, patience goes out the window. So you might see Anthony rev it up a little bit in a couple of years. Does Jill like butter or cream cheese on her bagel? Yeah, exactly. I have bagel thins. I should have some when I go home. Because, you know, I'm a real person. eating real food. You see, Stevie Mac, that's the problem. Like, I see that shit in his chat, and it just drives me nuts. And I tell, when he comes here, I always tell him, I was like, how do you deal with this stuff? He has to deal with it because it's his audience, you know what I mean? He's not going to curse his audience out. I get it. But, like, even when you guys, sometimes certain people will say certain things, and I'll be like, come on, man. And they'll be like, oh, yeah, I know. You know what I mean? He can't really do that with his chat because they'll get offended. This guy, let me tell you something, Anthony, alright? He did the poll for Alone in the Dark, and that won the poll. He went out, spent his money on the game. He got like no people watching him stream it. That's not nice, man. You made this guy go out and you told him that you wanted to see him play it. You made him go out and buy the game, and then only like 16 to 20 people are watching. But then he plays Resident Evil 1 Remake for the millionth time, and he's got 45 fucking people in there. You know what I mean? Like, that's not cool. If you're gonna tell your content creator, hey, I want you to play this game, be there. Support him. I saw that, man. I was pissed. He didn't say nothing to me about it, but I know he's probably mad. But he didn't let him beat him down. Like, he beat the game, he finished it. But it's like, guys, I know Alone in the Dark is kind of boring, but support your content creator. You made him go out and buy that game. The guy deserves your attention, you know? That's all I'm saying. He can't say it, but I can. And I'm not speaking for him. But as a content creator, I'd be pissed. If you guys told me to buy Dragon's Dogma 2 and I bought it and played it on here and there was only one person watching, I'd be pissed. I'd be like, you guys told me to buy this game and it didn't show up. So, when, you know, definitely support all his streams, man. I know every game's not going to be for everybody, but you're there for Anthony. You're not really there for the game. I'm so glad I didn't get Alone in the Dark Day 1. Stevie Mac, it was crack Day 1. Get a PC. You don't have to buy half these games. I remember people talking about the coffee, and she brought up where she bought it in Dead Island. That's what I'm saying, David. What is it that these fanboy guys, what do they? What is it that they get out of like talking about this type of shit? That's why I put in the room. Yeah, she drinks soda. It says it in her Marvel vs. Capcom 2 bio. You know why I said that? That's not true. But you know why I said that? Because nobody's going to go and fucking look for it. They're just going to believe what I said. Because I said Marvel vs. Capcom 2 and she's in it. No one's going to go look for that bio. That's why I wrote that in the chat. That was to get them to shut up about the fucking coffee and, you know, to see if anybody was going to challenge me on it. Nobody did because nobody knows. Do you think Chris Redfield uses whole milk or 2%? Uses it on what? You mean drinks? Because if he's not drinking it and he's using it, what's he using it for? I don't know, man. God bless Anthony for putting up with that shit. No lies detected. There's also certain games I can no longer play as patience has left the window. I think the older you get, the less patient you become. That's true, guys, because I use on PC. I'll use trainers now. That's why I'm playing Horizon again, because I'm using cheat codes. Because you know what? If I'm gonna get bored to death like I was on the PS5, I'm using fucking cheat codes. PC. We're in a situation now, okay? I think Peter knows this. They were talking about this the other night. Not really this specific thing, but they were talking about how games today and all this shit. We have $70 games today. They're all fucking broken. But they want you to buy them day one. I'm not doing that no more. Sorry. What I'm going to do is, if the game is cracked day one, which a majority of them are, I'm going to download that shit, play it. If it's good, when it goes on sale for $20 in a month, I'll pick it up then. And if the game doesn't get cracked, then I'm not going to play it. Because in a month or two anyway, it's going to drop half price. This always happens with these stupid games. And the games today are too hard. Frank is here. What's up, Frank? I just told Peter about how I made you pick up the 4070 and I didn't tell you what it was. I was like, yeah, they're closing. Can you go pick something up for me? The games are too hard. They're 100,000 hours. I don't have that time, man. I'm getting old. I'm 41 now, okay? You guys just saw I turned 41 and then I got shingles. Okay? So time is not of the essence with me. I'm getting old. If I was 13 years old again, like with Ocarina of Time, I'd be glued to the TV. But I'm getting older. I don't have time for 1,000-hour games. Sorry. That's not replay value, okay? These companies think that you're going to pay 70. Like all these idiots in the chats. Oh, but New Game Plus, it's a feature. No, it isn't. It's the company's way of trying to get you to think that it's a feature so you feel like you didn't get ripped off for 70. New Game Plus is a piece of shit. I don't care who the fuck you are. Okay. Number 2, I don't have 1,000,000 hours to play a game. I want to get in and get out and enjoy the game. If a game has to be 100 million hours long, that means your story sucks. Even if it's a good game, that means your story sucks because you can't tell a story. People, adults, the people that you're selling this shit to now, we don't have time. So we need to get in and get out. I'm not saying make 2-hour games, but 5 to 6 hour games are great. I don't need 50 to 60 hour games. You know what I mean? That's why people in Anthony's chat room are like, I don't know about Alone in the Dark, Anthony. People are angry because it's too short. And it's like, why would anybody be angry that there's a game that's short? A lot of these games don't respect your time to begin with. So if Alone in the Dark is like a 6-hour game, great. They'll say pay for $100 for Last of Us Remastered, and they did, and they got bent. They got bent books or whatever, collector's editions. Remember? Once you have a wife and stuff, you can't just sit there all day and play a game. I have very limited time to play now, so I don't want my time wasted. Exactly. They think that if they make a game super long, you got your money's worth out of it. It's like, yes and no. Stop making 70-hour games. Can we stop that? That used to just be for RPGs. And by the way, RPGs back in the day used to tell really good fucking stories at 70 hours. Okay? Look at Final Fantasy Rebirth. Everyone that I've seen that has played the game says the game's boring. When Final Fantasy VII came out, nobody said that shit was boring. The original one. Which I'm not playing it because it's coming out on PC in May. So I could just wait like 3 months. And I can play it with trainers. I'd rather have a 6-hour good game than a 100-hour mediocre game. It's true. That's what I'm saying. Like, we want to invest our time in something that's fun, you know? 3-disc RPGs. Bro, Breath of Fire on Super Nintendo. My buddy, Mario, he was obsessed with that game. Chrono Trigger, he loved that game. He loved Final Fantasy 3, which was... Or Final Fantasy 6, which was 3. Well... Might have that backwards. I don't know. Final Fantasy 3, which was 6. He loved that game. Mario RPG. He loved that. He loved that stuff. They were fun. They were fun games that told good stories, you know? I like A Link to the Past. It's not really an RPG. It's an action-adventure game. People will say it's an RPG, but it's not. A Link to the Past, I think, is one of the greatest games ever made. Hands down, bar none. If you have a Super Nintendo, play Zelda A Link to the Past. Which, by the way, that game held Nintendo Power's #1 spot for 5 years. So that says something. Even though it's their own game, but still. Stop with the 100-hour games, unskippable cutscenes, and endless walking sections. Replay value goes out the window. Oh no! You're getting your money's worth. Come on. I hate the backtracking in the Sony games. I'm tired of the backtracking. God of War, you could have cut that game in half if you just got rid of the backtracking. Oh, you got to get to the guy in the mountain. You get to the guy in the mountain. You don't want to be on this mountain. You want to be on that mountain. It's like, dude, what are you doing? The guy literally says that to you when you finally get to the fucking mountain. You go, no, you don't want to be on this one. You want to be on the other mountain. And it's like, wow, I did all that shit for nothing. Thanks. Thanks a lot. Yeah, Death Stranding could get boring. I played a little bit of it. It was alright, but you don't really do anything. Death Stranding is one of those things where people are like, oh, it was a great game. It was amazing. It's a decent game, but it's not like amazing. Like, you don't do anything in it. Just deliver packages and shit. Now, it could have a good story behind it, but when I was playing it, I was confused as shit. So I don't know. I don't know what's up. I think games today are kind of fucked, man. Microsoft is looks like they're folding up shop with the console stuff. They'll be the biggest third-party publisher in gaming, but that's not saying much when they're not making anything. The console's out the window now. PlayStation's in big fucking trouble. I mean, what's happening? Literally. Gaming just collapsed. All hell PC, man. That's the way to go. That's why I tell you guys, man. Watch the old builds that I did on this channel. The old live streams. I did like, what? 5 or 6 computer builds on this thing? Maybe more? Follow those builds. Learn how to build a computer, because that's going to be your console at some point. Natively. How you're natively going to play games is going to be the PC. What I love is people are like, oh, building a PC is too much money. I don't have $1,500. Well, when you buy a bunch of games for $70 a piece every year, that adds up. I don't think you guys realize that. Too many games, not enough time. Eventually, there will be a reset. Yeah, I think that's coming, man. Didn't I just read something I think this morning or last night about Xbox is no longer going to feature like indie games or something like indie games like or Steam. Somebody's not going to feature. I don't think it's Steam. It might be Xbox. They're not going to feature indie games as much anymore. And people are like, oh my god, the indies game market is going to die. And I was like, good, because there's too many fucking indie games out there that all suck. You know what I mean? I'm all for people developing brand new games, but you can count on your hand how many of those were actually successful. Indie games are basically shovelware, a majority of them. They're good for the industry, but there's just way too many of them. I'm talking about on console. On Steam, it's different. I mean, even on Steam, Gabe Newell will weed the shit out as well. You know what I mean? Thought it was Sony, then it's Sony. Yeah, it was one of them. Which, again, I mean, the indie games, it's a great idea, but it's one of those things where if you have a game that hits, you need to have a big studio come in and buy it and promote it. When you can if you look on the Xbox store or on Steam, there's like 1,000 Kirby Game Boy game clones. It's like, can we stop making fucking Kirby for Game Boy? Yeah, Phil has a loose lip. Yeah, Phil needs he needs to leave. You know what it is with Microsoft, man? All these guys, it's a money train. They're all making a shit ton of money just sitting in their positions. And when it's time to go, it's time to go. Out the window with the golden parachute. And they don't understand that they destroyed the brand for the fan bases. But they don't care. They're getting paid out the ass. Why do you think they're doing all this shit? Because they don't care. It's Game Pass. Game Pass is making these guys millionaires. The fans are suffering and they don't care because they know the casuals are going to pay for Game Pass every month. We hear you. Oh, Banjo's coming. We hear you. Yeah, Banjo was coming 10 years ago. Where is it? Fable Legends. That's 2013, buddy. Or is it 2014? I know they canceled Fable Legends, but it's been 10 years since the Fable game was announced. Perfect Dark? What happened to Perfect Dark? The Initiative? They thought if they built a building next to Sony Santa Monica that the magic would rub off the building onto their building. They hired all these guys, the Initiative, and they all got there and they're like, what do we do? It's nap time. Oh no, guys, you can just take a nap and use a scooter. You can get a scooter over there in the corner. And they're like, we're not used to this. We're leaving. And they all went back to Sony. Like they weren't comfortable working in an environment like that. They let Redfall come out and they scrapped Fable Legends, which was probably better, and I think it was finished. Rest in peace. We hear you, we're not listening. I think the issue is they don't hear us. And they don't listen. Banjo-Kazooie are locked up in a zoo somewhere in Japan. Perfect Dark is what it is. We're just in the Perfect Dark. Mission accomplished. That's true. That's very true. But here's the thing. I think Perfect Dark, I don't think that's ever going to come out. I think they're going to cancel that shit. Here's the thing with Xbox. They always show you trailers for games that aren't even fucking finished. Like, we got that Perfect Dark trailer, what, 2 or 3 years ago? That game is nowhere near done. Like, they're still hiring people for these games that they claim are almost done. I don't think that game's ever going to come out. You know why they do that, though? You know why they show you the trailers? Like Fable, we got 2 trailers for Fable, and they're still hiring people for Fable. You know why they show you the trailers? To keep you on Game Pass. Game Pass! We don't know when it's coming out. Could come out any time. Game Pass. Stay on Game Pass. Stay on Game Pass. Keep getting me rich. Game Pass. Game Pass. What? The quarterly financials are Game Pass. CGI's a hell of a draw. Yeah, exactly. We will never see Perfect Dark. Close your eyes, you saw Perfect Dark. You got Hellblade coming out in May. Forza comes out every year. Nobody gives a shit about Forza at this point. Indiana Jones looks pretty good. I wish it was third person to compete with Sony, but they didn't do that. So, you know, I'll play it. I'll see how it is. You have Avowed, which looks pretty decent, but again, I played Hexen fucking 30 years ago. And Hellblade, let's see if they actually changed it. They were supposed to make Hellblade more like Hellblade 2, more like God of War. And keep the psychological stuff out of it. Let's see if that's good. But again, they make these games. Not all these games are. Not everyone's gonna like the genre of games. You know what I mean? Whereas you bought an Xbox, an original Xbox and 360, because you knew you were gonna get the shooters. You knew you were gonna get the Gears of War games, the arcadey games. They kind of lost focus of that. Oh, Grounded. Everyone plays Grounded. I play Grounded for 5 minutes. The game sucks, okay? Grounded is not going to sell the fucking Xbox. I don't care how many fucking podcasters they pay to keep saying that. No one's going to buy your console for Grounded. Nobody. Perfect. It would be perfectly dark in our asses. I don't know what the fuck that means, my man, but have a great day with that one. You do what you gotta do. Let's make Peter a mod. You better be Peter. So I know who the hell he is. Where's the milkman been? We haven't seen him in a few days. Grounded, LOL. The game is nowhere near a system seller. It's not even the same universe. Oh, how could you say that, Venge? You fucking prick. How could you say that? That's the biggest selling game on the Xbox platform. Give me that wrench. You got the wrench. You better be Peter. I want to see that wrench. Bro, that's where the sun doesn't shine? I don't need to know that. I can't wait until they start remastering remasters when the new gen comes out in a few years. A few years, my man? You're talking another year and a half. 2026. Gaming's done, man. It's done. They fucked up. Both companies fucked up. Nintendo could be the kings right now if they released that Switch 2 like they were supposed to this year. But Nintendo has to wait. Nintendo is doing themselves a disservice. ISO Ralph, it's Wreck-It Peter. There you go. Instead of Ralph, it's Wreck-It Peter. I'm gonna wreck it. Maybe I'll play Police Quest later. Police Quest 4 or SWAT. The good old Sierra days. Xbox fucked up so hard in 2013 and it wasn't even TV that did it. No, I know. Here's the thing. I was going to buy the Xbox either way, and I did. Because Killer Instinct was on there. I was like, I'm buying that shit. I didn't have a problem with Xbox One, but out of the box it was outdated. Like, it was... even the PlayStation 4 with the Jaguar chip. That chip was a piece of shit, and it was in both machines. That chip destroyed last gen. That one chip alone. Because they were being cheap. In my opinion, the Xbox One was 360 3.5. Or 360 1.5. And PlayStation 4 was like PS 3.5. That Jaguar chip was really a bitch. That was the bottleneck. That bottlenecked those machines day one out of the box. So you had decent games last gen, but horrible hardware. This gen you had great hardware, but you have horrible games. Like everything's broken. And you barely have any games. So the last two gens, in my opinion, were shit. And people that say the PS4 was amazing, you go fuck yourselves. The PS4 was just redoing the PS3, but you were on 360, so you didn't play the PS3. But if you were like me, you had the 360 and the PS3, you already played all that shit. So all these idiots that come in here, oh, PS4 was amazing. No, it wasn't. You're a fucking idiot. They're still paying the price that will never recover. It won't recover, no. And they were on the rebound. Xbox was definitely on the rebound during the 1S, 1X into the series. But the minute that they started making up the excuses, the developers can't use the tools, and then you find out from the developers they just don't want to make the fucking games for the machine, and it was a mess. And Xbox held their own. They did what they did, what they had to do. But now they're just like, yeah, we're putting our games everywhere else. And it's like, what are you doing? And Xbox, they got the fans to rally behind them, and they just stiffed them all over. That's what really pisses me off, because I love Xbox from day one when it came, since the machine came out. It was finally a fucking PC you could connect to your TV, okay? Anybody that knows anything about computers knows the Xbox. That was geared towards the PC gamer that just didn't want to deal with shit all the time. PC gamers just wanted a break. And by the way, the 360 was faster than any fucking computer was at that point, graphically. It took PCs were taking a back seat back then. In the early to mid 2000s. PC really picked up steam in like 2009 to 2011. That's when Nvidia started hitting with these big fucking cards. And the performance, like, it was right then and there, the performance on games was light years ahead on PC. And the consoles never recovered from that shit, because look at Nvidia now, man. They are still going. We just talked about it earlier. The 50 series card is going to probably be like 40 to 50 times faster than the 40 series. Because the tech is just like leaps and bounds beyond. Consoles never recovered from that. Once Nvidia started, I think the 660 Ti, once those types of cards started coming out, consoles could never catch up to PC ever again. Like, it's impossible. Going AMD was a mistake. You sure about that? I am not an AMD guy, just so you know. And I know people get mad at me for that, but I'm not. I'm Intel and Nvidia all the way, buddy. You know why? Because this shit doesn't break. Well, except for the 4060 Ti. AMD, if you want to, like, hey, if you want to cook food, AMD is great. That chip will fucking fry eggs. It'll cook your sausage, your bacon. Peter, Frank had an AMD that I did not build. Okay? He's playing games, the heatsink fucking fell off. the heatsink that came with the processor, by the way. Are you still in the room, Frank? Can you tell him what processor that was? The AMD air fryer. He said that the heatsink fell off, and because the clip broke. And again, he didn't like move the computer or anything; it just fell off. I had to lay it on its side so gravity will hold it together. Yeah, he couldn't even clip it back on the chip. Mr. Patriot Joel just looked it up. Apparently, there are video of people cooking steak on an AMD. I'm telling you, man. How you doing, Mr. Patriot Joel? Listen, I think the Ryzen series, like I have the Lenovo Legion Go, it runs fine, that's great. But I'm not going to build a rig with fucking AMD. I'm sorry. It's just not going to happen. I bought the Alienware, the 1950X. Huge mistake. $5,000 down the toilet. Now, it does work for what I need it to do. Because I convert my Blu-rays to, I needed the cores. So when I convert my Blu-rays to MKV, instead of being an hour and a half, it takes 20 minutes per movie, which is good. For me, that's good. That's why I bought that machine. I didn't buy that machine to game. But at one point, I needed to use it as a daily driver. You guys know, when we podcasted, that thing was completely unreliable. And again, that is no longer a daily driver. I built my Core i9 flawless, okay? And the AMD, the Threadripper, it literally, I just use it to do my movies. That's it. Rip my Blu-rays, get the cores, and that's it. My Intels, they're all daily drivers, no problems, no issues. I built it when I was in college, so I went super cheap. Once I built you your first rig, I saw Intel and never went back. Good, I'm off today. Good, enjoy your day off. I haven't had problems with Intel. If I ever do, then Intel is on my shit list. But until then, I don't have an issue. You guys know. If I have a bad experience with a brand, I'm going to tell you. I'm not going to fanboy over a brand. Now, tomorrow, if I build an Intel computer tomorrow and the thing fucking shits the bed, I'm going to tell you guys what the fuck happened with Intel. You know what I mean? I'm not going to be like, oh, no, it's okay. I just blew all this money and Intel for life, baby. Like, no, if the shit breaks, I'm going to come on here and tell you guys. I keep it real. AMD I had bad experiences with, so I'm never going to go back to that. However, some of you guys in the chat have told me that the new AMD series are good. I would probably build a mini PC. Not a mini PC, but you know what I mean. Like I had the Lenovo Legion Go. For that, I think that's fine to have the AMD in that thing. But I'm not going to build a rig and hope that it works. You know what I mean? I just want the shit to work, so I'm going to buy Intel. If I was a rich motherfucker, I would probably build an AMD rig just to see how long it would last and laugh at it. But when you have money like that, when you save your money and you're ready to do this, you're building a computer that's going to last you. And if the new AMDs last you, great. But I'm not going to try it with my money. Like Anthony, we're building him the new computer. Hopefully in the next few months. We're going to build Intel. Like, he's not going AMD. He doesn't want AMD. I don't feel like AMD is that much cheaper anymore. No, it really isn't. My 5800X 3D has worked like a champ so far. I still want an Intel PC soon. Well, I'm glad that it works for you. Because that's good news. But again, I'm not going to... I'm not going to jump into that boat if I don't have to. Now, if I build an Intel and it craps the bed, I'll try the AMD. The newer ones. But I'm not... If I found $2,000... If somebody gave me $2,000 tomorrow and said, build any computer you want, I'm going Intel because I know shit's going to work. Awesome. Mike just said that it works. Great. So Anthony and I are penciled in. John Wick Flair. What? Yeah, I'm an Intel guy. Come on, guys. AMD, you know, it's just for the consoles and the handhelds, and I can't help it. That's the way they make their stuff. The original Xbox had an Intel chip. A Pentium. I miss those days, you know. They had an NVIDIA chip. I put a Core i9 4900. Oh man, which one did I build, Frank? I built the 39, I think. What was Star build? Hang on, I'll tell you what I got. I know my computer at home is a Core i9. I think it's 1100. But I think the Star build that we just built, I think that's the 3900. Oh, Anthony's Hanson Evil. What? Cold Fear. Anthony's gonna go live at noon for Cold Fear. I'll probably be out of here by then. Let's see. What did I build here? Let me go to the YouTube studio. tell you right now. Anthony is a testament to the longevity of Intel. So, Peter, Anthony, I built him his computer in 2013. He's still using it. It's a 3770K. Core i7 3770K, my man. And he needs an upgrade now. Like he told me like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, I got to upgrade this thing now. Like I need a new computer. And then, you know, lockdown happened and he's been waiting ever since. So now he wants to do this hopefully within the next couple of months. But he's still using it. He doesn't have issues, but it's just time to upgrade, you know? That's the testament. If you bought an AMD, you'd be on this fucking 8th AMD right now. And you guys know that. Build 120, 123. I got your build, Frank, right here. Frank's PC build 2023, 12023. I thought we did star build on stream. Star build live, August 26, 2023. What did we use for this one? We used a 4070. What core did we use? Damn you. I hate YouTube because you can't just like fast forward. I mean, you could, but it's annoying. I mean, I could look at my Best Buy receipt and tell you which one, but I'm looking at the video. It just show the damn core. It's a Core i9, but what is it? What generation is it? 14 gen or 13? I paid out the ass for that chip. That was Frank. Remember that? My wife said, yeah, the money went through. You're good to go. And we just went to fucking Best Buy and bought all the parts. Oh my, I'm showing everything but the damn... I will never build in that case ever again. Dude, I cut the skin on my thumbs was cut, and it was like that for like 7 months. The skin didn't grow back properly on my thumb. Like when I touch like certain things, like it would hurt my thumb. It wouldn't hurt it, but it would have like a weird feeling, weird texture feeling. It finally subsided, but it took several months. That case cut my fucking thumb. I'll never build in that case again. That was a gimmick case, and I regret it. The new Be Quiet cases look pretty good. I'm showing the fucking RAM. Come on. We'll go. We have the Intel Core i9, 13th generation. So it's a Core i9, Was it 139 100K?
Yeah, I think so.
13 900K?
Yeah.
Alright, so I got the 13th gen in Star Build. Anthony's going to get the 14th gen. There's Dreadpool. He's back. I also don't want to build a whole new PC every few years, so I feel you, Intel, get a few more years out of it. Anthony is a testament to the blah, blah, blah. He should have built a Hackintosh. Oh, fuck that guy. Oh, Peter, I gotta tell you the funniest story. Everyone knows this in the chat. 10 years ago, and I made a video about it too. You know what? I'll link you. I'll put the video in the chat. I'll find it after I tell the story. I go with Jeff. This is 10 years ago. We go to Micro Center. Jeff wants to build a gaming PC. Okay? Because he has a Macintosh. He uses the Mac for music or whatever, but he wants a gaming rig. So I was like, all right, when you're ready, let me know. We'll go to Micro Center. We go to Micro Center. We get all the parts. The guy that works in the PC parts section, he tells us, why don't you just build a Hackintosh? And we're like, because he wants a gaming PC. He already has a Mac. Oh, well, his Mac, what are the specs of his Mac? They're probably not that good. I was like, he has a very expensive Mac because he does music on his computer. And the guy kept telling us how he backed up, he has servers in his house, and he backs all his stuff up. And we made fun of him. We're like, yeah, he's backing up all his porn. But the guy's telling us to build a Hackintosh when they're not supposed to tell you that, because the Apple bar is a couple of aisles over where they have an Apple rep. If the Apple rep finds out that they're telling us to build a Hackintosh in the PC parts section, that's a violation of their thing, their whole terms of service thing. This guy kept hounding us. Oh, you should just build a Hackintosh. It's like, well, we don't want to build a Hackintosh. I want to build a computer in an hour and be done with it. I don't want to build a Hackintosh for 6 hours and find what drivers work and what drivers don't work. Anyway, so we made fun of it. We made a YouTube video. Micro Center saw the video. And they apologized to us. They said, come down to the store. We'll give you gift cards. Please. It's our fault. We're sorry that this happened. And me and Jeff were like, what the fuck? He just made a video making fun of the guy. They gave us $25 gift cards, me and Jeff. We went down there. And the funny thing is, every time I go down there, they always go, you're that guy from the video. It's like 10 years later, and they still watch that video. Here. Okay, it was 9 years ago, because we uploaded the video 4/7/2015. I had to unprivate the video. I don't think you guys have seen this video, like Dreadpool and you guys. The employees were commenting on the video. Hey, free gift cards, can't say no to that. No, we took the gift cards. We were good. I think I bought an SSD with mine. Here's the video. Star Build is still up. Just type in Star Build Live August 25th. 2023. Why did it say 26 then? That's still up if anybody wants to watch that. Here, I'll drop that here too. What were the comments on this Hackintosh? The comments were turned off. Okay. I was really fat back then. Look at this. That's funny. I'll give you guys a little more time here. Anthony's going to go live at noon, so that's when I'll jet out. I'll jet out here in like half an hour. Yeah, we're going to build Anthony's computer, but not on this channel, his channel. And I know we're going to get stupid people in the chat. Stevie Mac, get ready for that. Are you a mod over there? Stevie Mac? Stevie Mac, the day that we build Anthony's computer on his channel, go out and get yourself a huge bucket of popcorn. Go to the movie theater and buy the popcorn from them. Because those comments, I guarantee you, are going to be the dumbest comments in the galaxy. Why did you build this? How come you didn't build a $500 AMD build? I built my AMD for $300. You wasted your money, Anthony. You know, he does content creation. So, I mean, I don't know. I think he needs a good computer. And not a $300 rig. If you could call it a rig. So, remember the builds you guys did a couple of years ago? And he forgot the RAM? That was Carlos. Carlos bought the wrong RAM. An AMD. Carlos bought DDR4 RAM when he had a DDR5 board. No, okay, you're right. He forgot the RAM. And then I said, just go to Best Buy and get the RAM. He goes to Best Buy, which is 20 minutes away. He bought DDR4 RAM instead of the 5, so he had to go back and return it. He got the 5, and then we were able to build it. And then I left the fucking sticker on his heatsink. He had to bring the computer back for that, so I could peel the sticker off. That day was a mess. Anthony could just play in 720p 30 FPS for $500. You overpaid. I don't think people understand. He's going to be doing content creation, God willing, for another 10 years with this machine. Okay? He thought the NVMe was the RAM. That's right. We had that on stream too. Yeah, he thought the NVMe was the RAM. That was right. And technically it is RAM, but it's writable RAM. It's not fucking like. He was kind of right. He was kind of wrong in a lot of ways, but. I like building computers now because there's less cables. Like, instead of doing the SSD with the SATA cables and all that shit, you literally just screw in the NVMe and you're done. Everything can be done on the motherboard, and that's it. Slap that shit right into the case and hook it up. That's the kind of comments you guys are going to get. Anthony, what was Leon thinking while you guys were building the computer? So, Frank, apparently Stevie Mac said there was a guy in there yesterday saying that shit to Anthony. What food does Barry Burton eat? What bread does he eat? Bagel his butter or something? I saw that guy because Anthony deleted him. I jumped in the room and I saw comments were deleted, so I clicked on them. And I noticed this guy was saying dumb shit, but Stevie Mac brought it up again today in this chat room. I wonder if that guy watched us like make fun of the chat and did that. Hardest part of building the rig is the fan connections. That's true. That's very true. Because you have to make sure the fans are blowing the correct way. Then, like you said, you've got to route the fan cables from the back of the case up to the corner and then back around to the board. And it's always going to look ugly no matter what you use. And if you got fans mounted on the top, you got to route them through the top and then route them back out to the board. It's a fucking nightmare. What I never understand about the graphics cards, why is the power on the fucking front of the card? The power connector should be like right where the motherboard is, like at the edge of the card, on that side of the card. This way you don't see that wire. I mean, I guess if you're not gonna have a window, it doesn't matter where it is. But a lot of us gamers want those gaming windows. I want to show off our work, you know. And I know they make extension cables for that, but still, I mean, it's still a cable that's hanging in the front. That's always been a pet peeve of mine. But yeah, the fans, it's a pain in the ass. Because I added a fan to this computer last year. And I had to, like, sit down and think about, like, what I've been doing with my life. Just to figure out how to route the stupid wire. You gotta have the window. Yes. Anthony is going to have a Blu-ray drive, just so you guys know. Because he does content creation. He's got to have a Blu-ray drive. So a lot of people are going to shit on him for that. Which he doesn't care. The Be Quiet case, though, I sent him, looks really nice. It's black, but it has, like, orange, like an orange outline. He's liking that case, so let's see if he picks that one. I have a window, but I never see it. They should make right-sided PC. Yeah, exactly. When is NVIDIA? When are the graphics cards from NVIDIA going to just be the PC? These things are gigantic. The cards will just be a PC at that point. I like those memes where the guy has the like it's like a California apartment building or something, and the air conditioning unit's just a graphics card. Those memes are funny. Yeah, you're right, because look at this guy right here. You can't see the window. But if it was over here, you'd be able to see it. Here's the one I gotta upgrade the card out of. We don't want it to fall like that now. Now, even though this Wi-Fi antenna is still here, I still have it wired. The power went out. Every time the power goes out, this thing turns red. I have it set to blue, and it turns fucking red. This is the fan I had, the blue fan last year. Just routing that cable was a pain in the ass, and it's clean. There's nothing. Well, getting behind the board, that's the pain in the ass, you know? Built this computer in 2020, February 2020. Nice fractal blue. Get this fan out of here. Ugh. Remember the guy at Micro Center, Frank? His breath smelled like shit. It literally, the guy, we were in Micro Centers looking for stuff. The guy was following us, putting stickers on everything. We peeled all the stickers off, but the guy's breath, it literally smelled like he ate shit for lunch. It wasn't like he just had bad breath. It smelled like he ate shit. Okay? The guy was driving us nuts that day. He didn't help us with anything. He puts his sticker on every item in our cart. So when we got to the register, I said, Frank, peel these stickers off. The guy was trying to get like credit for like helping us when he didn't help us. And at the register, they said, did anybody help you? I said, no. Jamie, what's up? He was leaning over me to put the stickers on it. What an idiot. That guy was following us throughout the whole store. So Jamie, I'll show you. The Game Gear is done. We're just hanging out and talking. Anthony's going to go live in about 15 minutes. That's probably when I'll head out in another 15 minutes. Here it is, buddy. USB-C right there. Rechargeable battery pack. It's an IPS screen, yes. I put a brand new one in there. So Frank, I got another blue case in case I mess this one up. But yeah, looks nice, right? You could do red, green, white. They got smoke black. Then you can also, they have the smoke black case has 2 speakers, so you can have stereo. You know what I mean? Like you can do all that stuff. And the USB-C with the rechargeable battery packs in here, I think it's up to 38 hours or something. It's great. I recapped the board. Everything's ready to go. Yep. Recharging helps. Yep. It's in there. This thing was supposed to be black. I don't know why this guy sent me a fucking clear one. Oh, whatever. And there's I put an amplifier audio board in here so it could get louder than this. Like, listen, I'll raise the volume here. That's loud, right? Look. Then I have the flash card here. Okay. I hit the wrong button. I got this flash card off Amazon. $60. Excuse me. All the games are on here. So I pick a game and I write it to the cartridge because the games are on the SD card. The SD card, it writes directly to the cartridge of the game, and then you can just play the game even without the SD card. Here's another Donald Duck game. Where's Power Rangers? I didn't play that on here yet. I played the game, but I didn't play it on Mortal Kombat 2 I used to have. I might still have it downstairs. I gotta find my my actual Game Gear. Power Rangers the movie. Here we go. We want this game. Load and start. So now it's gonna erase Lucky Dime. It's going to write Power Rangers to the cartridge itself. It's half the price of an EverDrive. EverDrive is like $140 for this thing, or $120. This thing was $60. And you get these on AliExpress for like $5 sometimes. And there you go. Oh, I could do a link game. So if I get the link cable. Come on, White Ranger. By the way, this card comes with all the games on it. Again, it was on Amazon Prime. That's it, man. There you go. Got the battery packs in here. Pop in a normal game. beautiful. So there you go. Our project is finally complete here. Very nice, very cool. I think Handheld Legends has this Retro 6 case. Nobody makes cases for the Game Gear except for these guys, so check them out. There you go. Over here, I guess. My pig is going to kill me. She eats a 10. It's now almost 12. I still got to go to Target. So the pig, if I'm sleeping and it's 10 o'clock exactly, she'll start moving furniture around to wake me up. It sounds like someone is breaking into the fucking house. And that's how I wake up and I just feed the pig. So I don't have to hear it. They're smart, man. They know what's up. Oh, man. So everything I need to leave is here. So Family Feud, Family Friday, I'm sure we'll do that tonight. I'll have my wife play the Wii. I have to get the Wii ready. I have a Wii at the house. We didn't do it last week because I was messed up. I was going to do it on Saturday, but it just wasn't going to work. I ended up sleeping. So tonight I'll try to get her to do that. We have the second Poly Mega. I still have to open and set that up. So that's going to be... I don't know if that'll be ready tonight. I'll try to get it ready for her to use. But yeah, it's pretty much it. That will be that, I guess. Stereo sound, my 90s brain still equates to that quality. 7.2.4 Atmos. If you're Abo, you already have all that. Abo's an Atmos guy. Dolby Abos. Ow, my back is killing me. This is the Game Gear adapter for the what's that stupid thing called? Analog Pocket. In case I screwed this up, I bought this. But here it is. I didn't even use this thing yet. So you plug this into the Analog Pocket, and then you can plug a Game Gear game on there and play it. I have it jailbroken, but I bought this in case I didn't get this going, to test Game Gear games. Because that guy said that Lion King didn't work, but it did work, because he fucking lied. So now I can test shit when people say, oh, this game didn't work. Oh yeah? It works right here. Oh, oops, sorry. Yeah, I gotta head to Target. Head to Target. What's with the weather, man? It was nice out. Now the last couple of weeks it's like shit out. It's too cold. I don't know, man. Some crazy New York weather over here. So Anthony's gonna stream. Probably take him a few minutes to get in the chat. Let me just go inside and then I'll wrap this one up. If you guys have any questions, ask them now. When I come back, I'll answer them. Just go get this stuff. Oh, you guys don't do this. No, I'm getting over being sick. Whoa. Oh, you cannot be sick. Stuff here. Xbox One S, PS4, Switch, everything's here. Got a ton of stuff. So luckily the case that I have for the Analog Pocket, I was able to take the adapter out of here and just put it in that case. Fits fine. So, lock this box up in case I ever sell this shit inside the box. Alright, I don't see questions. Anthony's going live now, so if you want to head over there, check him out, Cold Fear. I'll try to jump in there, but I gotta get in the car and go to Target, so. Probably won't be in there for a little bit. But I want to thank you all for watching. The Game Gear was a success. And yeah. Shout out to Peter for hanging out, talking PC stuff and games. Shout out to Dreadpool. Check his channel out. He's got a new video up there. I gotta watch that when I get home because it went up when I got here. Yeah, check out Anthony. Anthony's live right now, so head over there. Let's Talk Resident Evil, LTRE, over on YouTube. And I'll catch you guys